Hello, my name is Matt Mordanov from Southeast Missouri State University. My presentation topic is the impact of industrial infrastructure on FDI in China and the rest of Asia. In introduction, I would like to define industrial infrastructure, which is some supporting industries that provide services and resources for the remaining industries. Those supporting industries are oil and natural gas as well as electricity production, power lines, logistics, including transportation and trade-related services, communication systems, distribution channels, and so forth. Many countries do not have viable logistics and sufficient energy supplies such as electric, natural gas, and petroleum for domestic and foreign investors. Many of them cannot provide essential services to their population. Rolling electrical blackouts are common in many countries. Vietnam and other countries in Southeast Asia may have acceptable industrial infrastructure. West China tensions are growing. New American administration has not reviewed previous administration's trade policies towards China, despite China's two major attempts recently to alter those policies. America and Europe agreed to counter China's global ambitions. Some funds have been allocated. One of the strategies is to encourage Western companies move out of China. That is already happening. The Love Money published facts of multinational corporations exiting China. Reasons: American tariffs, reduced demand, government restrictions, the rising cost of labor, and internal company problems. These companies moved part of their operations out of China, except for Old Navy Gap, which removed all its operations out of China. My research question is, do current FDI inflows indicate that the better the country's industrial infrastructure, the more attractive the country is for FDI? Theoretical framework. The literature mainly focuses on institutions as determinants of FDI inflows. Sethi paid attention to infrastructure, among other factors. Lidyaeva also paid attention to infrastructure in terms of oil and gas availability. Kalonku et al. Emphasized the importance of energy availability, among other factors. Hypotheses. Hypothesis 1. The better the population's access to electricity, the more attractive the country is for foreign direct investment. Population may access, but not 24/7. That must be checked. Hypothesis 2. The higher the energy intensity level of primary energy, the more attractive the country is for foreign direct investment. Energy intensity level is measured in megajoules. Hypothesis 3. The more energy imports, the more the country is attractive for foreign direct investment. Imports include oil, natural gas, coal, and electricity. Hypothesis 4. The higher the logistics performance index, the more the country is attractive for foreign direct investment. Methods. The data source is the open data of the World Bank. The data range is 2009-2018. The most relevant indicators are access to electricity, energy intensity level, energy imports, logistics performance index. The mentioned indicators are independent variables. The dependent variable is FDI, percent in GDP. Comparisons of China and Vietnam are the primary purpose. Data processing techniques, OLS, and correlations. I may involve more data and other techniques as I go. That may be time series analysis. Results. This table has regression analysis and correlation results. The first column has independent variables. Second column has country names. Dependent variable is FDI, percent in GDP. As you see, energy intensity level is a main variable which is significant in terms of impacting FDI inflows in both countries. Other variables have some significant relations and correlations, but negative. Hypothesis 1 about population's access levels to electricity making the country attractive to FDI is not supported in both countries. Hypothesis 2 about the energy intensity level of primary energy making the country attractive to FDI is fully supported in both countries. Hypothesis 3 about energy imports making the country attractive to FDI is not supported. Hypothesis 4 about logistics making the country attractive for FDI is not supported in these two countries. Future research implications and conclusion. Future research should involve more Asian countries and data. Many more foreign investors may diversify FDI allocation across the globe, leaving China, which will be under robust scrutiny by Western countries and their allies, under economic and national security concerns. American Vice President is traveling Southeast Asian countries to open the gates for American companies that intend to relocate their operations from China. Industrial infrastructure, specifically energy intensity level, is crucial for a country being attractive for FDI. This is the answer to the research question. Yes, the better the industrial infrastructure, the more attractive the country is for FDI. Both China and Vietnam attract multinational corporations in large numbers. Continuous access of population to electricity without rolling blackouts should also be the base for assessing the country for FDI. Logistics in all Asian developing countries should be more or less acceptable. This concludes my presentation. I will be happy to answer your question. Thank you very much for listening.